So behind us is Catherine's Gate that was built in 1559. My first instinct when I wasn't sure what it was I thought this was maybe the Academy for Little Vampires, but I was wrong. I'm not sure why Julie found that so funny. We are in the heart of Transylvania, and I do assume little vampires will have to go to school somewhere. Well, stick around for today's video. We're going to go to Old Town Brasov, grab a bite to eat, meet some really cool kids, and buy a phone in Romania. So here near Catherine's Gate, there's statues of the local fauna that's indigenous here to Transylvania. And now if you're new to our channel, Julie and we travel with our two dogs. We're trying to show you what it's like to live in different countries, and we'll spend 1 to 3 months in a location. That means we'll do more than one video in the same city to really show you what it's like to live there. We'll talk to residency experts and we'll look at real estate, but we share our experiences along the way, and we also do the tourist things. So we hope that you're going to not only watch this video, but that you're going to subscribe and follow along as we explore the world. Julie laughed, everybody, but that Catherine's Gate is inside the Transylvania University grounds, so I'm telling you, it's the school for little vampires. Okay, I'm not a big Harry Potter fan, but doesn't this look like where they would maybe play that game cribbage or something, where they fly around on broomsticks? This really fascinating area here. And this building looks like it's from a storybook, as so many buildings are around here. 1436 over here on this corner of this little cribbage field. I'm sure I'm calling the sport wrong, but if you watch Harry Potter, you know what it's called. In Old Town Brasov, there are a lot of restaurants, and we're going to try one that we haven't been to before, and it's called Brasserie. And we're meeting up with a couple of our friends that are traveling through Europe in their RV, and we're going to check out this restaurant together. Now, I'm going to show you the menu to this restaurant, and as always, if you're not interested in the menu, feel free to fast forward and skip through this section. But if you're looking to see what the prices are of items on the menu, go ahead and zoom in, pause, and reverse, whatever you need to check out the menu, because we're going to order some food. We're going to share our price with you, but you might want to order something different if you were to come to this restaurant. So we want to make sure you have the opportunity to look at the menu and see what you'd like to order. Now, currently, the exchange rate is about 4.69 Romanian lei to the US dollar. So right now, Romania is a pretty good deal compared to how it's been historically. So let's look and see what we got to eat. Have my Earl Grey, and then the rest of the table got their cappuccinos. Okay, so we've got our Napolitano pizza and a buffalo mozzarella salad. It's a real thin crust. It's pretty good. Want to try some, honey?
Sure. How's the sausage? It's nice.
We often eat outside when we have our two dogs sitting out on the patios, but during nice weather, that's really a treat anyhow. But when we see a restaurant that looks really nice inside, we like to share that with you. So here in Brasserie, the inside is really well done. So if you're looking for a high-end meal and you're in the Brasov area, this restaurant really seems to check a lot of the boxes. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what does our tab look like for our meal here at Brasserie here in the Old Town. Okay, so today's bill is $95, and we'll be putting a 10% tip on that. Our lunch came out to be $95, which is $20.78 today,
Yeah.
and after tip, it's really $23 because it's 105 Romanian we're leaving. Was it worth it?
I think so. You had burrata, which is really quite expensive, and it was far better than some of the other stuff. So yeah, it was okay.
After our lunch, we actually went out for a hike, which we'll show you in another video. But after that hike, we went across the square to Starbucks. So we're going to show you the menu here in Starbucks so you can compare it to what your local price may look like. And we got ourselves a dessert and a couple drinks. And the prices here actually seem to be quite reasonable, especially when you compare it to US prices. Now feel free, of course, to pause and zoom in, as I mentioned prior in this video, when we share these menus and these prices with you. Now, you can come in here for a meal for 23 lei for breakfast, which has a drink and a sandwich. And then you can also look at the dessert case here, which has a whole lot of different pastries and items in here. And they're actually quite reasonably priced when you look at those lei to dollar conversions in here. A lot of these cakes were $18.90 or $17.90 lei a piece, while these donuts were $7.90 or $6.90 for a donut. 1 carrot cake, 2 iced teas, grande size here at Starbucks is 50-70 lei. We got our green teas and carrot cake, and we have a right here.
They're a great little group, and they're from 5 hours away east.
Oh, cool. And they speak some English.
A lot of English.
Oh, wonderful.
They're in the Cambridge program.
Oh, awesome. So we are here in Brasov today. We got all these great kids that are also visiting Brasov from another city that's ways away from here, and they're all living on our dogs, and they speak English, and they're just really cool kids.
Thank you. I have a question for the Americans around here.
Alright, where the Americans around here?
How are the taxes in America?
Very high.
He is just. I am a taxman myself. He always says, "Pay your taxes, kids."
You look like a billionaire. Really?
Yeah. Because there are many dogs around here. Fun fact: I have a phobia of dogs.
I love
it. No, like.
What city are you from again?
It's Brasov, a city in eastern Romania, kind of.
Brasov?
Not eastern Romania, from near Iași, pretty close to Iași.
Okay. We'll have to look it up.
It's not coastal. It's on the border with Moldova.
Oh, right there.
Going to your teacher now?
Yes. Goodbye.
Okay, bye guys. Bye everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Have a nice day.
Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Meet you guys. Goodbye. Have a wonderful trip, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Since we left the United States 2 years ago, we've been primarily using our T-Mobile phone plan that has international service, but only gives us a 2G speed when we're outside of the US. So we decided that we would go ahead while we were in Romania and could get a phone that is unlocked without having to have a residency and get a plan here. So we're buying a phone here at the Orange store, and it's going to be €6 a month. That will give us 66 gigs of data, and it's €8 if we want 75 gigs, but we can use this as a hotspot with our current phones, use it for the GPS and internet. So that's the route we're going, and it also has the ability to call numbers throughout Europe as well as here in Romania, and so we'll just change SIM cards when we go from country to country and buy these phone packages. Is that right?
That's right, yeah, that is correct. You will see in his videos that the prices in Europe comparatively in Romania is better.
We've got the Note 11. Most phones in the United States, you don't need multiple SIM cards. But when you're moving from country to country and having multiple plans, having a phone with multiple SIM card options is really important. So this phone is going to allow us to have more than one SIM card in it at a time, where our phones from the United States only allow us to have that T-Mobile card or SIM card in the phone. So this is going to make our lives much more simple. We're going to have a hotspot, and when we go to a new country, we will just go get a simple SIM card from a kiosk. You'll see these SIM card kiosks all over the place in different countries, especially where tourists go. Now, we weren't going for the most expensive phone. We're more or less looking for a hotspot. So that's 128 gig of storage in this phone, and it's going to make our life a lot simpler, and we've already used it a few times, and it really speeds up our T-Mobile phones as we're connected to the hotspot. Now, we hope you enjoyed today's video, and As a reminder, Julie and I, we're traveling the world with our 2 dogs. We're trying to see what it's like to live in different places, different cities, different locations, and we're trying to share our experiences and expenses with you. We do the tourist things, we have our adventures, but we also try to share with you experiences from expats that we meet along the way, as well as locals. And we do real estate exploration, and we look at residency options. So we hope that you're going to not only give this video a like, but that you're going to subscribe and follow along with Julie and I as we travel the world. Also, if you're not aware, Julie and I, we do have a Facebook group as well as Instagram. So if you want to follow along in real time, you can find us by searching for Warren Julie Travel, and you should find us under the groups on Facebook. So thank you for joining us today, and until next time, have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.